Some of you may already know this, but I work in the audiovisual field. So I spend a lot of time behind the camera.
Tell me you got that. I got it.
And when I'm filming my blogs, like this one, I use my Canon 60D. I love this camera. I've had it for just over 5 years now, and it was a really great investment because I've been able to take tons of really great photos of my family, and of course, I've created a lot of videos with it as well. Now, one of the central concepts for any photographer or videographer is perspective. And there are 3 factors that affect perspective: the focal length of your lens, the distance from the subject, and the shooting angle. For this particular video, I'm using a 24 to 70 millimeter lens. I'm about 5 feet away from the camera, and I'm shooting directly at eye level. This is how I shoot pretty much every single video that I do. However, if I change to a 16 to 35 millimeter lens, bring the camera about 2 feet away from me, and shoot at a 45-degree angle, you can see that there's a major difference in the way that the shot looks, even though nothing that you're looking at has actually changed. Now, 5 games into the season, the Oilers are 3-2, and there are 2 very different perspectives you could take on the team. The first one is the David Graham approach. Now, if you watched my video from about a month ago, you'll be familiar with Dave. And now this year, I haven't seen anywhere that's predicting them in the playoffs.
Do you know why that is?
Why is that, Dave?
Well, it's just because they're not a very good hockey team.
Now, Dave is a wonderful guy. He's been an Oilers fan for a very long time, and just like all of us, has been abused by this organization. So, despite the fact that he's a very optimistic person, he's rather pessimistic when it comes to the outlook of the team. The Oilers have only played about 4 good periods out of 15 to start the season. They're getting away with winning games despite poor play, and it's going to catch up with them. McClellan has them playing an outdated style of hockey. The power play setup is all wrong. Connor McDavid has been in on 11 of the team's 13 goals. Peter Chiarelli has the Oilers right up against the cap with no relief in sight. Now, on the other end of the spectrum is the Al Robinson approach.
Even after last night's devastating loss to the Oilers in overtime up in Edmonton, all things work together for good for those who love the Bruins.
Okay, that's not what I don't know why I give him the platform to do these things. Try again, Dad.
If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. 1955 Canadian Open, Arnold Palmer.
This perspective suggests that the biggest single issue the Oilers dealt with last year and at the beginning of this year was a lack of confidence, and that they're capable of getting back to their winning ways. Evidence that supports this view is that despite not playing great, they've found ways to win 3 of 5, including wins over 2 of the top 4 teams in the league from last season. So, if they can win when they're not playing well, just wait until they do get going. The power play is 4th in the league at a 35% success rate after being dead last a year ago. Cam Talbot has bounced back with some strong goaltending and kept them in games until they got their feet moving. And the Oilers have finally seen a turnaround in their late round drafting for the last few years. Both of these are legitimate viewpoints. Now, where do I stand on this?
I don't know.
I find myself flip-flopping from one extreme to the other, pretty much with every period that the Oilers play. I got to tell you, I'm probably more confused about what this team is now than I was before the season started. How about you? What do you think of the Oilers after 5 games? Has it gone the way you expected? And where do you think they're going to be in another 5 games? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.